open score for the Vikings. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Cousins now to throw on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Daniil Hunter showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. To try again after the sack. Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that?
And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On first down, Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Cousins now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. It's Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Check 26, check 26.
Third and long for Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Cousins now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Defense, let's go.
Cousins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shamar Stephen, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
55.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch the run, watch the run. Switch. 50. Yellow. Right there. 54, right there. 50.
Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. To throw, Cousins. And he finds Cook. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Cousins now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. From the 16, Cousins flush to his right. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run with Cook, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 4 yards out, And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On first down, it's Cook. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Shamar Stephen there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Shamar Stephen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Cousins now. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check.
They go play action. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and 2, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. To throw is Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And my goodness, another interception. Picked. The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A toss to Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd and 9. Cousins. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And this is taken in at the 5. 33 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. First down. Here's Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Vikings.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Here we go.
On 1st down, Cook. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt to punt this one away. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological...
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Now Cousins steps away to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
He was brought down by Mackenzie Alexander.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. On play action, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Bailey's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They were looking for Johnson that time.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Cousins now from the 50. And Diggs has it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Play action now. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shamar Stephen able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Garden. Cousins to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Bailey able to knock it through. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 42 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Throwing is Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Cousins now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And this is Cook with a grab. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On first down, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 3rd down, Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Bailey to tack on. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
54 Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Now Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Daniil Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Cousins rolling to his left. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cousins. He's got Smith here. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. They'll run for it with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Cousins. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Keep playing hard.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On play action, Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Play action now, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And look at this. The punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's 2nd down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Going deep for Diggs. They've got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays up.
And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Everson Griffin. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Three buzz.
Hey, Ringo, 48. Undercrunch.
They run. Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And Diggs has it. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any look.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a give right side. Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. They run it again with Cook. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily...
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 94 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Dancing to his left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A first down throw for Cousins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, Bailey. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So. Big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing here, Cousins going deep for Diggs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
On 1st and 10, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Throwing, Cousins, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Extra point try by Bailey. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Well, I've never seen this one. It's second down, and the punt team is out. And, oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. They'll set up a throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on fourth down? They'll look to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
38 yards on the play. First down, Minnesota.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now back to throw. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said,